it's Strongman and you are watching World's Strongest Man.
Hey guys, today's video kicks off with Alexei Novikov. He's getting ready for a bunch of Giants live shows coming up later this year. Here he is doing an Atlas stone, weighing 200 kilos or 442 pounds. Next up we join Shane Nye. He stated he's not benched much in the last few months, but his coach said he was able to freestyle this week. So he had a nice little play with 200 kilos or 442 pounds for 5 reps. Now for powerlifter Jason Mike, it's week 1, session 1, a new programming tidal wave. The top set was 512 pounds for 5 reps. He even classes the last rep as a death rep finish. He's clearly pushing himself, but very strong in the bench press. We now move into some overhead pressing, and here is Australia's Strongest Man 2022, Jordan Osborne. The weight of that dumbbell is 115 kilos or 253 pounds. He made that look pretty easy, and that's why he's the current Australian champion. Next up, we've got another lifter. It's Alan Richardson with his new Axel personal record. It's 163 kilos or 360 pounds. Next up, we're out in Iceland, and we catch up with Ragnhildur Jónasdóttir. She's working hard on the log with 94.5 kilos or 208 pounds for 2 reps, and that is actually 1.5 kilos above her current Icelandic record, so that's great work. Next up, we join another great presser. It's Melissa Peacock out in Canada. She states she worked up to a top single. The weight is 109 kilos or 240 pounds, and that really wasn't any problem for her. Here's a clip from Jacob Finity. He's an athlete that I think's a really great presser. He states he hasn't touched a log in quite a while and he thinks it shows, but I don't think it does. That's 191 kilos or 421 pounds for 2 reps. Following on from him, we join another American. This is Bobby Thompson, the American Nightmare, pressing 200 kilos or 442 pounds in preparation for the Shore Classic. Next up, we move into some squatting, and here is Nedzmin Ambeskovic with 330 kilos or 727.5 pounds. Now someone else squatting that weight is Blake Lehue, but he's doing it at a body weight of only 193 pounds. That's crazy. Now sticking with the powerlifters, here is a squat from Jackson York. The weight on his bar, 335.5 kilos or 740 pounds. We now move into some deadlifts, and we're back in Canada. Here is Sam Beliveau, lifting 233 kilos or 515 pounds from a height of 12 inches, and that's actually a personal record for her. Next up, we join powerlifter Rob Spence, and he stated it was a Red Bull, Anadrol and hook grip kind of night. The weight on his bar, 330 kilos or 727.5 pounds for 3 reps. Now here's a clip from Steve Tripp. He's working with a Texas Power Bar deadlift bar today, also using some brand new Rogue deep dish plates. They look awesome. The weight is 353 kilos or 780 pounds for 3 reps touch and go. Next up, we join Jack Osborne, competing at England's Strongest Man. He says he was happy with his overall performance, coming 6th, and here's his deadlift, 360 kilos or 793 pounds. Now as the weights move up, here is 4 times New Zealand's Strongest Man, Matthew Ragg. He's also a previous competitor at the Arnold Classic Australia. You can see how good he is in the deadlift. This is 370 kilos or 815 pounds for 3 reps. Next up, we join powerlifter Eamon Harford. He's also a really great deadlifter. The weight on his bar, 380 kilos or 838 pounds for 2 reps. He was going to go for 3, but he had a slight malfunction on the strap, and he rounds out the first half of today's video. Now we're back again and the guys are still lifting. Here is Nico Chaprales. He says, "This was an easy triple, so guys keep talking. I will not be beaten, so deal with it. And also, this was not an OSG submission, it's only practice." Next up, it's powerlifter Jamal Browner doing a cluster paused double. He says, "I didn't expect this to move this well based on how the whole session was going. His squats actually killed him. Then he did some warm-ups and felt like garbage. But hey, I got it and that's all that matters. 410 kilos or 904 pounds for 2 reps. And rounding out the deadlift section, it's strongman Graham Hicks. He's a great deadlifter. He states he can't describe how good this felt. He thinks he still had more in the tank, and in 2 weeks' time, Graham's going to go for 440 kilos for a couple of reps, so I'm really interested to see how that goes. Next up, I've got some competition news, and we've just had England's Strongest Man 2022. First place was Ryan Bennett, second went to Ben Williams, and third place was Kane Francis, so congratulations to all of those guys. Next up, it was the UK SA Scotland Strongest Man. First place went to Lewis Jack. He is now a 2 times champion. Second went to Chris Beetham, and third place was Callum Crozier, so congratulations to those guys also. Next up, we join Zadrina Savickas and Karolis Alexandra Vicius. They are the winners of the World Strongman Team Cup 2022, taking first place for Team Lithuania. That's awesome news, and Big Z will definitely need a bigger trophy room. He must have well over 300 now, and that's crazy. Now this weekend, it's the Giants Live Strongman Classic, but unfortunately, a few guys are not going to be able to attend. First up, it's Adam Bishop, who on Monday whilst training suffered a tricep tendon tear. He says on inspection after an ultrasound, it seems he's torn the medial third part of the tricep tendon, which explains the bruising. Now he's hoping to speak to a specialist in the next few days, hoping to decide if he needs surgery or not. The decision will determine if he's going to be able to compete in 5 weeks' time, because he's also at another Giants Live show. But the good news is, Big Gavin Bilton from Wales will be stepping up to take his place, so let's all get behind the ball. Next up, it's Iron Bibby. He's having to pull out due to travel issues. He stated in a post, "Unfortunately, due to situations out of my control, it's impossible to travel right now." But in good news, they've managed to fly in Eddie Williams from Australia, so he's coming over 10,000 miles. Congratulations to Eddie on his invitation, and let's see how he gets on. And seeing us out today, it's Connor Marston with the biggest raw squat in the UK ever. The weight on that bar is 442.5 kilos or 975 pounds, so check this out. Anyway guys, that's it from me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I'll catch you again as always on the next one.